Look at the sky, all aglow in red. Sailors take warning, red sky in the morning. I suppose the sky is giving us an early warning on the storm that's approaching, expecting snow overnight tonight. Sky watching, great fun. Let's breathe together. Begin with a simple breath through the nose, pulling it in, and bringing the diaphragm down so the belly rounds as you squish the diaphragm down into the lower organs, making room for the breath to go all the way to the bottom lobes of the lungs, where the predominant amount of blood circulates, so you get the most exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide and toxins, creating that healthy balance. This is that natural breath that we want to pull into our lives 24/7. It's different than the 3-part long deep breath, which we'll add later. Right now, keep breathing through the nose, that natural breath that allows the belly to round and the air to flow out as the body lengthens and flattens. Good. Beginning this morning with hand exercises. We may not think much about our hands until there's something wrong. But our hands are one of our body's main tools. They're capable of a variety of functions like touching and feeling and holding, caressing, gripping, manipulating, and much, much more. Begin this morning by bringing your hands in front of you and spreading your fingers wide apart. And we've done this exercise the past 2 days. Look at the space between the fingers and the thumb and spread your fingers wide, increasing that space between each one. And now concentrate on the space between the thumbs and bring that space on the left hand to that space on the right hand and push that space between the thumbs. Push it together on each hand. And in this position, inhale and exhale and complete 3 exhalations. Noticing the tension and letting your breath be your guide. Don't go into any space where your breath isn't free to breathe in and round your belly up. Might be a little pain. Learn how to identify that good pain and when to back off and when to apply pressure and breathe. And when the 3 breaths are complete, bring the space between the index finger and the middle finger together, right in front of your chest, and then push the hands together and feel the tension in that space as you hold and breathe and release that tension by pressing and breathing. 3 complete breaths. And when 3 or more breaths are complete, look at the space between the middle finger and the ring finger and create the tension here. You'll find that some of these are more painful than others. This one is the most painful for me. So I push gently. I feel the pain. I feel the good pain. My breath allows me to push and breathe, and I complete 3 or more breaths. Good. And now the space between the ring finger and the pinky finger. Push and breathe. And find just the right amount of discomfort to strengthen and increase flexibility. And let your breath be your guide. Breathing that breath in, rounding the belly as you create the push. And then on the next exhale, release and open and shut your hands to release tension and shake them out. Good. Keep breathing through your nose, exhaling out either through rounded lips or out through your nose. The hand has 27 bones. Amazing. The wrist has 8. The palm has 5. And the remaining 14 are finger bones, thumbs, and fingers. There are 20 major joints, 123 ligaments, 34 muscles, 48 nerves, and 30 arteries. Wow. Bring the hands together in front of you at shoulder level and line the hands up as though you were saying a prayer, matching each hand to the other, fingerprint to fingerprint. Create pressure by pushing the hands together. Giving the wrist a gentle workout as you breathe. 3 to 5 breaths while you hold the pressure here, working not to allow the tension to flow into other parts of your body. Keeping it localized right here as you push and breathe. Arms at shoulder height. Good. And now release and let the tension go and release your hands. And then do it again. Bring the hands together. Arms at shoulder height. Match the fingers up. And push. And complete 3 to 5 breaths. Good. And when the breath is complete, release the hands and open and shut them. And then shake them out. And then just sit for a moment as you breathe and notice your hands and sort of marvel at how important they are and think about some of the things that you use them to do. Maybe tying your shoes. Maybe opening the lid on a bottle. Always needing strength and flexibility. And so we focus on them and we build that strength and flexibility. Good. Maybe notice during the day, catch yourself doing something with your hands that is really indispensable to your life. And while you have your attention captured, locate your breath and bring it in through both nostrils and round up and release. And combine your finger work with your breath. Good. Now let's check in with the 3-part breath. Bring the air in through both nostrils, filtering, humidifying, warming. And then at the bottom, release the breath and let it go out, lengthening and flattening your body. And this time, as you bring the air in, round the belly up, Continue drawing in, keeping your belly round, rounding into your rib cage and across your back, and continuing to maintain that roundness and pulling the air up into the chest, rounding the chest up all the way to the top, to the collarbones. Round it up like a barrel. And when you exhale, let it go, and let it go out and flow, and let the body lengthen and flatten. And when you get to the very bottom, do the 3 puffs out to get rid of that last bit. And then inhale, and draw the air in, rounding across the belly, the ribs and back, the chest, and at the top, 3 sniffs to fill the last bit. And then release the breath and let it flow out again as the body lengthens and flattens all the way to the bottom, and then the 3 puffs again. Inhale. At the top, 3 sniffs. And release and let the breath flow out, blowing out either through the nostrils or the rounded lips, whatever works best for you. But always inhaling through both nostrils if you possibly can. Good. Just 2 cycles, building lung capacity over time. Aware of the transitions between the inhale and the exhale, with an objective of keeping that transition smooth. And if you end up coughing, well, you ended up coughing. And so you adjust and you breathe and assess the right length for you. Good. And now continue with the 3-part breath. Belly, ribs, chest. And be aware of the count. How long is your breath? Is it 3 on the inhale and 3 on the exhale? Can you change it to 2 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale? Lengthening the exhale. And then adjust. Adjust it to fit you. Perhaps it's longer. Aiming for that twice as long on the exhale. Longer if it's comfortable. Again, remembering not to go to that point where your body goes into survival mode. You're going to ruin the effect doing that. So keep the breath smooth and extend the exhale and breathe. Continue breathing like this, aware that the long exhale nourishes and calms your nervous system. Aware that under stress, this is the breath pattern you want to switch to, because that long inhale just achieves the opposite effect. So practice extending the exhale while the birds and bulls sing to you. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.